person. He is a well-wisher of the Eklavya Group of Technologies.
Yeah, thank
Uh,
you.
Thank you, sir. Now we start the session, sir. Thank you for your supporting, sir.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Suresh, can you please give me permission to share my screen? Actually, I
Now
am not
share it, sir.
able.
Now I stop the my screen sharing, sir. You start the your screening, sir. No problem.
Okay, fine. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, sir.
Suresh.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Yes, good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Om Prakash Yadav. I hope I am audible to you all. Mr. Suresh,
Yeah, sir. Tell me, sir.
I am audible, na?
You are audible, sir.
Okay, fine. So, uh, once again, good morning, all of you, and I am Dr. Om Prakash Yadav. Hope you all are doing well. So today, Mr. Suresh actually he has nicely introduced me. So before starting my lecture, I am thankful to Mr. Suresh and his company, that is a club group of technologies, for inviting me to share my knowledge over MATLAB. And I really am very much thankful to a club, a group of technologies, for giving me this platform to share my experience with this MATLAB. So MATLAB is basically a software which we can use or which maximum academicians are using, and I call along with academicians, researchers are also using for this for research purpose. So today I will be more focusing over advantages of MATLAB. So let me share my screen, and in between you can ask your queries, and even if you feel that something is going wrong, you can clarify me, you can suggest me also. So let me share the screen now. Wait for a moment. Yes, now. Yeah, yeah, it is coming now.
Yeah, visible, sir.
Visible na? Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Yes. So the symbol which you all are comfortable with the symbol. This symbol belongs to MATLAB. So MATLAB. So according to my experience, as which I have observed that although the software is a little bit difficult to use or operate, but more difficulty comes when when you are going to install this software. So before proceeding for benefits of MATLAB, I would like to share how you can install this MATLAB and from where you can get this MATLAB. So let me go through the installation process. So before installation of MATLAB, you must have a MATLAB software. So you can get MATLAB software either from internet, that is licensed version you can have, or you can have crack version. Mostly students are using this crack version because the license version of this MATLAB is very much costly. And third option is either you can go for a trial version also, 13 days trial version. So you can install this trial version, and after 13 days it will not work. Again, you have to create one user ID and password, and again you can use. So likewise, you can use trial version also. So once you have the software, MATLAB software, which you are going to install, first check the software requirements for that particular MATLAB version. For example, suppose you are going to use MATLAB 2019. So MATLAB 2019 software requires how much of RAM, how much of hard disk size, which operating system will be suitable, what will be the processor, means either it is a 32-bit or 64-bit. So first check the software requirements for that particular version. Although the MATLAB is independent of operating
Wait a sec.
system, even yes.
Sorry, sir. You continue, sir.
Okay. So, although the MATLAB is a platform independent, it means you can install either in uh, Windows, Linux, Unix, or Macintosh, any type of platform you can use. But first, you must have to check the software requirements. Once you have checked the software requirements, you please check your system configuration, whether your system configuration is compatible with the software requirements or it is fulfilling the software requirements of MATLAB or not. If it is fulfilling, then only you can proceed for installation process. Otherwise, you may get error, installation error. So first requirement is that if you have the software, first check your system configuration and MATLAB software requirements. One, both are compatible, then only you can proceed for software installation. This is the case with license and 30 days trial. Even in case of crack, also you must have to check software requirements. Some people used to they are saying that MATLAB we will not prefer MATLAB because MATLAB is very costly software and it is not possible to buy a MATLAB software. So let me clarify their doubts that MATLAB is not so much of costly. If you go for a standard operating a standard MATLAB software, then its cost will be 1,55,000 perpetual license for perpetual license and only 60,000 62,000 for annual license. This software which I am showing you, the rate which I am showing you is from mathsware.com, but this particular license includes only MATLAB along with some limited features. And if you want additional toolboxes to be incorporated in your MATLAB software, though, then in that case you can add toolboxes from here. So depending upon your requirement, you can add toolbox from here. If you add additional toolbox, its cost will increase. So basically, we are working either with 2, 3, or 4 MATLAB MATLAB toolboxes. So it would not cost even a very huge amount. You need not to pay. You can buy within your range also. So this is standard, but we are not focusing on standard. We are going for educational. So some of the educational institutions, they have perpetual license and others are using annual license. Perpetual license means this will be with a lifetime validity with some additional amount you have to pay every year to continue, whereas annual license is for 1 year only. Here also you can add toolboxes, and addition of toolboxes will be with additional cost. Home edition is not applicable for our region or in our India. The most benefit or the most useful part of this MATLAB is that you can go for student license. So see, student license is only $21, or it will be around, I think, 1,500 only. So with 1,500 rupees, you can buy a MATLAB. You can buy a licensed version of MATLAB, even recent, and in that almost all toolboxes will be there. Almost all, I mean to say that most of the toolboxes which you are using, if you are a student, you can use almost all toolbox to fulfill your curriculum or academic requirements. But if you are a faculty, so I would like to suggest that go for either educational institute license version, or even if you are working or if you are confined to a particular specific toolbox, then you can go for a student version also. So according to me, a MATLAB license is now not so costly. Even you can go for this license version. Even if you have not purchased the or you are not in a position to go for a license, then you can arrange crack version also. So crack version is easily available in the market. So once you have this either license version or crack version, then we have to install this in the system. So let me share quickly the installation procedure which we have to follow. So whether it is license version or trial version, for license version or trial version, you need to create one account in mathswork.com. in order to use license version or that student edition, you need to create a trial version. You need to create one account in mathswork.com, and after that, once you have created account, you can download the software. So you can you have to download software according to your system configuration. But nowadays 64-bit, almost all systems are 64-bit, so it will directly show you the Windows 64-bit. So download that software. Once you have downloaded that software, I am sharing my knowledge how to install MATLAB license or 30 days trial version now. Afterwards, I will share my knowledge with how to install a crack version. So here, once you have already created an account in mathswork.com, then you have already downloaded the software, then log in into mathswork.com. Please don't use this one. Use the file installation key. Please don't go for this one. Click here, log in with mathswork.com, and then click next. And afterwards, you will be asked to enter your user ID and password, which you have created in mathswork.com. After that, go for next one. Sorry. Now the license version which you have purchased or which you have requested, it will appear here. So suppose your college has purchased perpetual license. Now and your email ID, suppose your college name is XYZ. So if your email ID is like Om Prakash @XYZ, means your email ID is in the name of college domain. And your college has already purchased the license, then it will directly show. Once you log in with that your college email ID, it will directly show you the license version. So once you have the license version, select that license version and go for next one. Please don't select this key. Now so once this you have selected, installation procedure will start, and it will ask you to install the toolboxes. So here most of the students or even faculties, what they are doing, they are installing all the toolboxes. But this is not a nice decision, because we have limited space for systems also, and if we will install all the toolboxes, definitely it will consume more space and our system will become slow. Even it will not, MATLAB will not respond properly. So please select the toolboxes which are relevant to you. Once again, I am repeating, please select the toolboxes which are relevant to you. Now, suppose you want to work in signal processing domain, but here you have aerospace toolbox also. So there is no relation in between signal processing and aerospace. You can easily remove aerospace toolbox. But signal processing, somewhat one more toolbox, that is wavelet toolbox, is also there. So wavelet toolbox is frequently used in signal processing. So please don't remove that toolbox. So my suggestion is that please select the toolboxes which are relevant and which are related for your domain. Only select those toolboxes and please remove the remaining toolboxes. Then go for next. Once you go for next, it will be completed. Here you can click here to set the to create a desktop shortcut. Once it is over, your MATLAB is installed, and you will be having MATLAB shortcut either in the start menu or desktop menu. It depends upon the way which you have chosen. This procedure you have to follow for installing MATLAB, installing license or 30 days trial version. But if you don't have the license version or even trial version, you can go for a crack version also. So for crack version, more or less all the steps are same except the beginning and except the first step and the last step. So fortunately, I am having in my system MATLAB 2014. So let me share that the important steps where you can see how to install this MATLAB, crack version of MATLAB. So let me go. So here I have saved that MATLAB in my D drive. Now see here, MATLAB 14 is there. Accordingly, you can have any version of MATLAB, crack version of MATLAB. So once you open this one, here you can see the setup. this setup you have to run. But before using or running this setup, first my sincere request to all of you is that please go to this serial, and in this serial license, you can see the license file and you can see the readme file. So please open this readme file. Once you open this readme file, something written in this not which you cannot interpret it here, you can see, but afterwards you can see the same instructions in English. So you have to go for this one. Whatever is written here, whatever is written here, that you have to follow, strictly follow. If you follow these instructions, yeah, your MATLAB will be installed successfully. Otherwise you may get some problem. So let me briefly tell you about this one. So what we have to do, first step is to open that MATLAB. Open that MATLAB. This is our MATLAB. So open that MATLAB, run the setup. Once you run the setup, then comes the instruction procedure. So when you run the setup, please see. Once you run the setup, you have to run the setup. So please run the setup. First check. You have already checked your system configuration, so you have to accordingly run the setup. In online case, we go for with internet installation with internet. Here you have to go for install manually without using internet. Please note it down. You have to go for install manually without internet. Then it will ask for file installation key. In every crack version, you will be getting file installation key like this one. So if the software will ask for file installation key, what you have to do, you have to select this one, copy from here, and then paste there. Select, if they will ask for file installation key, select from here, copy this wherever it is demanded. After that, what it will ask, once you paste this file installation key, it will ask for the toolboxes to be installed in your system. So as I already said, please select the toolboxes which are relevant to you. After that, MATLAB installation process will proceed further. It will take 30 minutes to 45 minutes, even 1 hour, 50 minutes, 30 minutes. It depends upon your system configuration. Once MATLAB is installed successfully, you will get desktop shortcut like this one. But if the installation process is not completed, you need to activate this MATLAB software. Up to this step, most of us are correct only, but we forget to activate the license. Unless you have activated the license, you will not be in a position to run or properly. You will not be able to utilize this MATLAB software. So what you have to do to activate, it will again ask you to activate the product. So please select second option. I mean to say that when you will be asked to activate the product, you can refuse it to, or you have to go for the select second option only. Refuse, not refuse. You have to go for select second option, that is select activation without internet. And in that case, it will ask for a license. In that case, you can share this license, which is here. Serial. Now browse, and after browsing you can select this license. So if you select this license, it will be complete, procedure will be over. Now one more thing you need to do for activation purpose, and that is what you have to go to bin content. And from bin content, whatever is there, you have to copy that bin content and you have to paste whatever you have copied from the bin. You have to overwrite, not paste. You have to overwrite to the bin of MATLAB where you have installed. For example, let me tell you. So once this process is over, then you have to go to serial. After serial, 32-bit. In 32-bit, you will be getting bin. Again, this is for 32-bit. Whatever is there, you have to copy this particular content and go to the C drive where you have installed the MATLAB. Open the MATLAB. In that MATLAB, go to the bin. Go to the serial, and in serial, go to the bin. And after bin, whatever is there, you just have to overwrite with this. Once this process is over, then complete setup or MATLAB is successfully installed. So in this way, you can install the MATLAB. Either you can install that licensed version or cracked version. So most of the students approaching me for installation purpose. That's why I have decided to discuss this one. Even some of the faculties are also facing problem. The procedure is simple. You have to follow the procedure which is mentioned either in the cracked version or which is available on the internet. Now, even those who are new to MATLAB, they can follow this link. In this link, complete procedure is provided. I will share this PPT with the to Suresh sir. You can get it from Suresh sir. So here you can get the complete procedure for installation of MATLAB. Even some links are also provided to download MATLAB, but I don't feel that I don't suggest you to download MATLAB from this particular software. Now, let me briefly about the MATLAB. So, MATLAB basically stands for Matrix Laboratory, and since MATLAB works completely on array and matrices, that's why they have suggested its name as Matrix Laboratory. And commercially, it was available from 1984. As of now, you can see there are 4 million users worldwide. This 4 million suggests, indicates that these are registered users or licensed users. How many of us are using cracked version, we don't know. So you can see the vast utility or scope of this MATLAB software. So many people in and around the world are using this for a research purpose. Few of the benefits of MATLAB is that it is a very high performance computing language. You can perform mathematical calculations and computations. You can develop algorithms in this. Even you can design, simulate model. You can design models, simulate models. You can design prototypes also in this MATLAB environment. This MATLAB environment is also used for data analysis, data exploration, and visualization purpose. And basically, scientists and engineers, and even now medical people are also using more or less in every domain. This MATLAB software is used. It is not now limited to engineering students only, and even now the best application of this MATLAB is application development purpose they are using, since because you know MATLAB is now you can run your C, C++, Java or Python codes on MATLAB environment, and vice versa is also true. So MATLAB scope, I can tell that the scope of MATLAB is very vast, and working with MATLAB is somewhat difficult. But if you follow the procedure, then it will become very easy and very easy to understand. The best part of MATLAB is it is platform independent and it is user friendly. Platform independent means it can run on any software, and even you have programs written, you have programs in other languages also. So MATLAB support, and you can develop your you can develop application developments through this MATLAB. Yes. Now, basically, MATLAB consists of 4 major components. First one is language. Second one is environment, graphics, library, and application interface, application program interface. So, matrix language consists of high-level matrix language. High-level matrix language. Initially, MATLAB was designed with C language or to support C, but nowadays almost all high computing languages are incorporated in MATLAB. Even you can transfer your one code in one language or program in one language to program in another language with the help of this APIs. Environment means MATLAB supports so many tools it has. Along with the tools, you have workspace, you have editors, you have command window. So different modules are there where you can work independently. Graphics is for your visualization or in order to take output. So many output features are there. Library refers to the toolboxes. So more than 150 toolboxes are there, and they have inbuilt functions. You can either use their inbuilt functions, or you can even create your own functions to run on MATLAB. And as I told you, application program interface supports program written in C, Fortran, Java, Python, etc. to be transferred or to be executed on MATLAB environment. So these are the basic 5 components of MATLAB environment. Now let me tell you the desktop. Once you have installed the MATLAB, after installation of MATLAB, once you open the MATLAB, this desktop, your MATLAB desktop will appear like this one. So it will be having command window. It will be having command history. It will be having workspace. If it is not having, you can get it from here. View here, you can get it from here, or sometimes here also. So let me show you the exact window which you will be getting. So here I am using licensed version, college licensed version. So here you can see it is mentioned that it is dedicated for academic use. Now this one is the editor where we can write small programs or a script, and this is our command window. So here we can see output, and we can run a small we can write small programs here also. This is workspace, and whatever you are doing here, the variables which you have used here, that will be stored here in the workspace. And this is your current folder, means you are currently working in this folder. You are currently working in this folder. Sometimes this is our command history. So what happens sometimes we used to write the programs in the command window, and we forgot to save it. So after once you have shut down your system, that command window things will be clear. But you can retype whatever you did through the command history if it is not saved. So yeah, you can see all your instructions which you have executed through this command history, and it will retain as it is. Now coming to the benefits of MATLAB. So here you can see this is editor where we can write the small programs. We will see how to write the programs also. And here you can see this is the home page. So here in home page you can see these are the folders. So if you want to create a new program, so you have to go for editor. This is for new editor. If you want to use existing MATLAB programs, then here you can open the existing programs from the from anywhere when where that program is that program is saved. But one thing I would like to add here is that suppose you have downloaded a program from internet, and you have saved that program in on your desktop. Now from this folder you have called that program. Now once you have called that program, once you run that program, you may get error. So the reason behind it is that your current folder is this one, current directory is this one, and whatever you have called just now, you have called from the desktop. So it may happen that the supporting files may not be present on the desktop. So you may get error. So my suggestion is that whenever you are transferring code from one place to another place, or you have some codes, then please save at any location, and after saving you just set path to that particular folder. So here you have to add folder, and after adding folder you browse where it is located, and after that save path. So once you save that particular path, your current directory will become that one. Your current directory will become that one. So in that case it will be easy to or even I can say that then in that case you can run your programs easily without error. So students also came to me, sir, we have created this program and we are unable to run this program. This is the error we are getting. So what is the problem? Just check it. So at the first beginning step only, I check the path. So their current directory is different, and they are calling their program from a different location. So if it is the case, then in that case, definitely your program will not run. Now here you can see other toolboxes also, Simulink and layout. So here it is important. That's why I told you. Now along with that, you can go for plots also. This is apps. So here in apps, you can see the number of toolboxes. So many toolboxes are there. You can see so many toolboxes are there, which are installed in my system. So I am not going into the detail. This one is editor, as I told you. This is used to write programs. And here, suppose you want to publish this code, or you want to you want to publish only. You want to publish this code over internet. Then what you have to do? If you have written the program, so simply after writing the program, you just select the program, run the program, and after running the program, you can just publish. So let me take one simple example. Before taking simple exam, before going into the depth of this one, let me go ahead and then I will come back. So what my suggestion is that whenever you are opening the MATLAB for the first time, first try to use three statements. That is CLC, clear all, close all. This will clear the variables which you have used earlier or which you have saved earlier, and it will not interfere. Otherwise, what will happen? Suppose you have used a variable long back and you have saved that variable as a. Now, today you are creating a program and you are calling a variable a, but yeah, this variable is not the variable which you have earlier saved. So in that case, in this case also, it will call that particular variable and your program will be giving error. So first try to clear all the variables, all the clear screen, clear all variable. So please write three statements in the beginning of every sentence. CLC, clear all, close all. Now here the definition of a variable. So the one more advantage of this MATLAB is that you don't have to declare the type of variable, and even you don't have to initialize, or you have to write. So here you can see the command prompt. Here it is the variable a, and variable a is assigned value of 12. So here variable a is assigned a value of 12. So this is the syntax which we have to use in MATLAB command window, in MATLAB command window. Now, if you want to see the output, then you have to remove this semicolon symbol. Otherwise, if you want to suppress your output, then you just put this semicolon. So let me go to the command window and do this simple things. A is equal to 12. Now let us see A is equal to 12. Let me first write CLC, then clear all, close all. So you can see nothing is in my workspace, means everything is gone. Now it is clear. Previous variables are also clear. Now A is equal to 12. Simply I have written A is equal to 12. I can see the output A is equal to 12 here, and at the same time you can see that in workspace that variable is saved. That variable is saved. Now I don't want to see the output. What you have to do, which was written in the previous statement, that you have to terminate the statement with semicolon. Once you terminate the statement with semicolon, you will not be getting output. So if you want to see output, you have to remove semicolon, and if you don't want to see output, you have to put semicolon. So once this is done, now let me move ahead. So please, my suggestion is that use small sentences to write the MATLAB codes and try to run individual programs. We'll see later on. So this is how the variables are assigned. Now, one more important thing I would like to add here is that sometimes we have arranged the code, but we are not able to run that particular code. So you can go for help also. So in help, you can see the details about the functions which are already inbuilt or which are developed by even hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Tell me, sir.
I think someone raised some issue.
No, no, sir.
Oh, okay, okay. So, whose command? Now, let me go to the matter once again. Now, I have stored a variable A. I want to see the details of this variable A. So you can type whos command, so it will display the details of that particular variable A. Likewise, you can see the properties or details about any of the variable using this whos command. So people are not using this whos command. Now suppose I need to perform convolution, a very small program, a very small. So somewhere I came to know that the function which is to be used for convolution is CO and V, but I don't know how to use this one. So let me quickly use two matrices for calculation purpose. So 1, 2, 3 is my first variable, and B is equal to um, 3, 2, 3, 4, my second variable, and I want to find out the convolution. So C is equal to CO and V convolution A comma B. This is the syntax I am using, but I don't know actually what how convolution is. What is the syntax for this convolution? So what you have to do, you have to go to help, type help, and type the that particular function. Sometimes what happens, some functions are not kept in the MATLAB toolbox. So in that case, if you execute this statement, suppose convolution CO and V is not in my system, and if I'm using, if I have written this code, then definitely I will be getting error. So, or secondly, what can happen? CO and V is designed for two input variables, but I am using three input variables. Again, in that case, you will be getting error. So, before using the inbuilt functions, my suggestion is that you must check through the help. So, let me, I have written help convolution, I enter. So, the format or procedure or input type, everything you can get from the convolution. So I have simply written help CO and V. So what it will do, it will find out the convolution of A and B, and its output will be the maximum of input A plus input B minus 1, and like that. So every material related to the function you can get. Here you can get the different functions, different syntax also. So if you are new to MATLAB, and sometimes what we are doing, we used to have MATLAB code from internet, and we used to run that code. Now, if the functions used in that code are not already available in your program or in your system, then in that case, definitely you will be getting like function, you will be getting error like function does not exist. So if you are getting sorry, if you are getting error like this one, it means that particular function is not existing in your MATLAB. Now suppose for the same, suppose I want to find out the convolution, and from somewhere from internet I have downloaded a code, and in that code convolution they have created a function like convolution. They have created a like a function like convolution, and what I did, I have copied that convolution, and I have kept that in my system. Now I am using this one. So in that case, if it is not saved in my system, it will not be giving me the proper output. So if you are getting output or error like this one, convolution not found, it means that particular function is not available in the MATLAB. So you have to first save that function in the current folder. In the current folder, first you have to save that function in the current folder. Once it is saved, then only you can get the output. Now one more thing I would like to add here: those who are completely new to the MATLAB, they can take help of help desk also. So in MATLAB, what in the command window you can type MATLAB help desk. So through help desk, what a window will appear, MATLAB help will appear, and here a list of everything you can get. So here you can see the categories, or you can see the toolboxes available with the MATLAB. All toolboxes are here. Everything you can see toolboxes. Along with these toolboxes, how to use these toolboxes you can also get. So let me go for the MATLAB, simple one step. MATLAB. Now starting with MATLAB, you can get stepwise step procedure to run the MATLAB programs. So these are the MATLAB bases. Let us go for matrices and arrays. So here you can see how to create arrays, how to create matrices. See, for example, A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. They have defined a variable or a matrix A or an array. You can say 1, 2, 3, 4. So they are saying now. So how they have created now 3 cross 3 matrix. They have created 5 cross 1 matrix with 0. The operations with matrices you can also see everything you can see. So if you want any kind of help, you are new to the MATLAB and yeah, you don't know how to even execute simple programs, then you can take the help of help desk. So matrix operations here, concatenation, you can see how to truncate your matrices and how to find out the complex numbers. Everything you can get from the MATLAB help, but you need to just go through the MATLAB help. So in mathematics, we have seen this basics, arrays, indexing, variables, is workspace variables. You can see even for output also. Suppose you want to see the which kind of output you can see in MATLAB. So you can create a 2D line output. For that 2D line output, you can see here the codes are already written. X is equal to some values. If you are not able to get what this is doing, what you have to do, simply select that one, right click that one, evaluate selection. I don't know what this statement is doing. So what I did, I selected this one and selected this one, and after right click evaluate selection. So this will evaluate this particular statement only. So here you can see that statement came, and here this is already executed. If you now, if I will remove this if I will remove this semicolon, then in that case I will be getting output, or otherwise I will write simply X and I will be getting output. So here the numbers are generated from 1 to 100. Numbers are generated from 1 to 100. Even the same numbers you can get from by clicking here. Yeah, see here. Same numbers you can get from here also. So let me close this one. Yeah. So from help from help desk, you can get the help of MATLAB help itself to write down programs or to design your programs or to play with this MATLAB. Let me move ahead. Yeah. So this is the MATLAB help. Now MATLAB supports various types of files like script file, function files, and MATLAB files, MEX files, ENG files, C codes, P codes. Out of all these codes, even I am we are using a starting beginning or first three codes only. So script files are nothing but they are MATLAB programs. Functions are also MATLAB programs. Mat files are MATLAB data or matrix data only. Mix files, if you want to run C program codes from your M file, then mix files are required, and for vice versa, ENG files are required. C codes are generated by MATLAB compiler. Nowadays, C codes, Python codes, and Java codes, everything you can run by MATLAB compiler, provided you have the corresponding compiler. Sometimes what is sometimes you have seen that some of the codes are protected in the sense you cannot copy that codes from the internet. Although you can see that codes, those codes are available in over internet, but you cannot copy that codes. Even if you have copied that code, you would not run that code. So that codes are called as protected codes. So first three are basically required for engineering graduates, and even fourth one, if you want to run some programs in different language and you want to import that programs in your MATLAB, or you want to export your programs to other languages, then you can go for 4 and 6. And if you want to publish your course, then you can go for 6 and 7. So I'm not going into the detail, but the two important things which I would like to add here is that sometimes people are getting confused with the script and function files. So suppose let me tell you one simple example. X is equal to 1. Let me go to the command window and then I will tell you what is script and what is a here also. Here only it is written. Yes, here it is written. So here x is equal to 1, 2, 3, y is equal to 4, 5, 6, z is equal to x plus y and plot z. So these are the set of instructions. So this program will always result whatever is the value of x and y. So this type of programs is called as a script. A script is designed to perform a dedicated task. Dedicated task in the sense it will always consider the inputs in the form of like this only. Inputs will be provided at that time only. But let me change this program. Let me change this program. Now this is a script. You can just see the difference in between a script. Now I am going to create a function. This is the function definition. Function. Then my output here you can see here these are inputs actually, and my output is going to be z. So here I would like to add z. Z is our my output and function name. Function name my function name is addition. My function name is addition. Addition 30. Today is 30, so addition 30, and inputs are x, y. Now this has become a function because no, sorry, this is not a function. Now in that case I have to remove this one. Now this is a function. So what is the difference in between a function and a script? Now if we run this program, it will ask for x and y. So for any value of x and any value of y, it will work. But this script will work for the value for which they are designed only. Like in my previous case, I have already mentioned that x is equal to this one and y is equal to this one, so output will be z, this one. But this program will not accept any other x. If you want to give any other x, here you have to mention. Here you have to mention. But functions are defined for any value of x and y. So this is the basic difference in between a function and a script. I will tell you. Uh, yes, and this is the basic difference. Let me clear with one more example. I will provide you. So this is this what I told you that this is a script, and one function example is given here. One function example is given here. So I will not go for this one. So let me again now let me come back to this one. So see here how to define a function. Function you have to write first function, then output, then equals to, then function name, and then input variables. Now this is my function. If I will run this one, editor, if I will run this one, definitely I will be getting error. Sorry, this is something I have created. I have to remove this one. Just wait. Yeah, now. Yes. So here we are getting error. Now error is because of two reasons. First one is that we have not given the input, and second and most common error, which I did here, is that sometimes what we are using, we are defining a function while we are defining a function, and after defining that function, we are saving that function with a different name. For example, just see here. Here I have defined the function as addition 30, but I have saved that function as untitled. So if this will be the case, every time you will be getting error. Every time you will be getting error. So what is the solution of this one? Solution of this one is to save the program with the function name. Otherwise, you will be in trouble. Now this is my function. Now, if you run for the first time, it will definitely ask you to save by that particular function name. See here, addition 30. If you change here function name, definitely you are going to get error. So I am not going to change the function name. Now it will be asking for the inputs because inputs are not given here. Now let me write x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3. And now I want to use this addition 30, addition, addition 30. Sorry, addition 30. I did a mistake. Some, just wait. Mm, yes. xy I have written now. Xy. So xy I have written. Addition 30, x, y. This I have already defined. So here I am getting the output. So this is the way of defining functions and using. So be careful while naming this function. Whatever name you have assigned here, the same has the function has to be saved with the same name. If there is deviation, you'll be getting error. And while running any function, please remember that if it is designed for two inputs, you have to provide two inputs in proper format. If the format is different, again you will be getting error. So be careful while giving the inputs also. Suppose for this example only, I am giving three inputs like here. Here I am giving three inputs. So this function will not because this is basically designed to have two numbers only. If I will provide three, definitely it will not work. So like this, you have to be careful while using functions. Yeah. So a few instructions for designing a function. That function name should start with an alphabet, and you can use any letter, and even numbers can also be added and underscore. Special characters are not allowed, and even function name must not start with a number. Function name must not start with the number. The function which you are going to use must be in the same library. If it is not in the same library, again you will be getting errors. All the inputs must be provided with suitable inputs. I mean to say that if it is asking for a variable, then you must provide a variable. Suppose it is asking for an array, the input must be an array, and if it is a three-dimensional data, input must be in three-dimensional data. Some of the students, and even what we are using, suppose we are getting an error in convolution or any other function. This I have created, but we were using this convolution. We have already used this convolution function. So what people are doing, they used to change this convolution function also. So if you change this convolution function, definitely you'll be getting error. So my suggestion is that don't change inbuilt functions, or even don't create your function with this with the function name which is already inbuilt. I mean to say that if you have created a function, save it with a different name which is not in that function, which is not in the function list. So this is the general procedure. Now here I can say tell you about the graphics. So you can see the graphics like line plot, bar graph. You can see a surface plot. You can see a graphics plot. You can see so different types of even different varieties of plots you can get. So here I have written something for you. Let me plot you. It one example which we have seen there. So here let me show you a plot. So let me plot X. Yeah. No, it will not work. Let me let me make it a script. Let me make it a script. Scripts. From scripts, you can create a function. Now see, this one is now function I have disabled. Now I am providing n is equal to 10. Now this is a script because it will work for this n is equal to 10 only. So select this one and evaluate selection. You will be getting output in the command window. So let me see the output. X is equal to the square of numbers. Now here I would like to plot the curve. Why I am saying I will let you know this plot X. So figure will appear. Now plot figure will appear. Now let me run this one. Yeah, evaluate selection. Plot figure will appear. Now most those who are pursuing either doctorates or MTech or even in BTech programs, what they are doing, they used to copy this figure from here, edit, and they used to copy. In those cases, the quality of figure will not be a good one, and it will be reduced. So my suggestion is that first label your figure. So you can insert label from here also. If you want to give a name to X label, just click here, X label. It will appear like it is X axis. Let me write X axis. Now accordingly you can put Y label also, Y axis. You can provide names also, title also. Title, let me example, and you can provide legend, color bar, line, additional lines also you can provide. Everything you can do. But while saving this figure, please do not save figure from a small window. Make it large. Once it is large, then go to export setup. Please follow this procedure. If you want high resolution images to be printed on your paper or thesis, then for those purpose, this procedure will be very beneficial for you. So go to, once you have labeled your axis, labeled axes, then you can go for go to export setup. In export setup, you go for rendering, and in rendering, you just select 600 dpi. So here, if you say apply this figure, the quality of figure will be enhanced, and okay. And if you copy this figure now, its quality will be much greater, and it is highly resolution image. So in that case, blurriness will not be there. Your image will be completely clear. Completely clear in the sense high resolution images you will be getting, and that will be, I think most of the journals are now asking for high resolution images. So instead of simply copying that figure, you just increase the resolution. Once again, I am telling, go to the file, setup, export setup, and rendering. Other things also you can do, but mainly I am concerned with this resolution only. So here you can change the resolution, make it 600 dpi instead of auto. Now once it is over, then you can save your figure. Now, one more thing I would like to add here is that suppose you want to publish this over internet, then what you can do, you can simply select this one, and this is already written with iterate. So let me, otherwise it is okay here. For this present moment it is okay. Now here this one, go to the publish iterate. So it will create a HTML view, or it will be available for presenting mode. So see web browser iterate. So it has come in the web browsing format. You can publish it as per your convenience. Even you can add latex code also here. Suppose you want to add some image here for your HTML code, so you can paste here image file name. Simply what you have to do, you have to put image file name. It will be available. Number list, whatever you want to publish along with this code, you can publish. Even you can write a latex code also. So the latex code is written here. Suppose this is e raised to 5 plus 1 is equal to 0. Again, go to publish and publish it. So if your code is running, automatically it will be published. So see, the function is there, n is equal to 10 you have defined. You are getting here output. Even your image is also there. If you want to add image, image will appear here, and the equation which you want to add here for the particular code, that will also appear here. So you can publish your codes immediately. So this is how you can publish your codes also through this MATLAB. Let me move ahead. Now I was telling you that the toolboxes. So a number of toolboxes are available in MATLAB, and you can use these toolboxes as per your requirements. MATLAB, like MATLAB compiler, is necessary toolbox because some of the programs are written in different languages, and you have to either import or export your code. So MATLAB compiler is required. Along with that MATLAB compiler, MATLAB is required. This here you can see MATLAB is required, MATLAB compiler is required, and along with that some basic things are required, and other things are optional. A complete list of toolboxes you can get from this link. A complete list of toolboxes you can get from this link. So here you can get the link of all toolboxes which are available. So they are more than 100. I think it is more than 150. So product family. So with that student license or trial version, limited toolbox you will be getting. Limited toolbox. So here see AI, data science, and statistics. It consists of 4 to 5 toolboxes. MATLAB code generation, SDL code generation, SDL verifier. Even you can have MATLAB application development. Here you can run your programs on other servers also. MATLAB web app server. So everything is there. So MATLAB is not now limited to engineering college, but even scientists and other institutes like medical institutes, they are also using this MATLAB software for their research purpose. This is MATLAB software is also used by aerospace scientists for running and simulating their research. Now let me go to the next slide. So this is all about the MATLAB and toolboxes available. Along with that, suppose you are not having a system on which you can run your MATLAB program. So in that case, you can go for online. MATLAB also is available. That feature I came to know during the lockdown period, as we were asked to handle the classes through internet. So in that case, if you have the internet, you can run, or you can even design MATLAB programs. You can see the results through online facility of MATLAB. For that, what you have to do, for that you have to create one user ID and password in mathswerk.com. And once you have the user ID and password in mathswerk.com, you can create that one. Let me open that. Just wait for this one. Yeah. So since I have already created my Mathswerk account, so it will directly uh, take me to that particular link. So before it is opening, let me tell you the advantages and benefits of this MATLAB. So MATLAB Online cannot interact with most other hardwares, including instrument control. So MATLAB Online, although it is available, but their applications are limited. Means you can not control all the hardwares, but you can control Raspberry Pi and USB cam through MATLAB Online. Most of the compiler tools are not supported, I can say, but for basic or in order to run a small short programs, you can go for MATLAB online program. Even you can read Excel sheets and you can write Excel sheets. Files larger than 256 MB cannot be uploaded on the MATLAB online. So these are the some disadvantages with online. And for MATLAB online, you don't require any MATLAB software. Means online facility will be provided. You will be given. Oh, just sorry, just it is asking for me to password. Okay, let me get the password. So it will be asking for the password. Wait. Sorry. Sorry, something wrong is happening. Okay, anyway, so this with this MATLAB online software. Actually, yesterday I did. Okay, let me try once again. That one, this one, Just wait. Yeah. So many passwords I have to remember. That's why I forgot. I think. Let me go for the soft. Just wait for a minute. It will come. So before that, let me search my password. Before that, let me tell you. So almost all everything it means you can the online platform which MATLAB supports is will be similar to like this one only. Will be similar to this like this one, and you can utilize that MATLAB online facility to write your programs to see your results. Just wait, I think it is coming now. Wait for a moment. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yesterday only I changed my password, so I am not getting. Wait. Otherwise, let me tell you because this is a unique feature which I came to know during the lockdown only. So let me. I have another option. I forgot password, so it will definitely come. Submit. Yeah. So let me check whether the message related to it came or not. It will hardly take 1 more minute. I think some system I have not yet received the. Yes, it came. Just wait for a minute. I got the link. Just wait. Nice. Some system is there. Yeah. So meanwhile, if it is opening, it is taking time. Just wait for. It will hardly take 2 more minutes. Wait. Almost, we are about to conclude. Yes. So let me reset the password. Some network or some internet connection is very slow today. Yeah. So before it is, I think it is taking time. So you are free to ask if you have any doubt related to the MATLAB now. Yeah. It came. Yes. If anyone is having any doubt that whatever I shared today, they are free to ask. I will try to clarify your doubts. So once it will be processed, then I can do that the features, online features of MATLAB. Right. Okay. Yes, anyone is having any doubt or any suggestion, you may suggest also, because teaching learning is based on suggestions and suggestions only, I can say at this moment. Uh, some connections. Okay, let me connect to home signal also. Connection problem is there. Just wait for 2 minutes, it will again come. Yeah, it came. So you can see this is the online MATLAB platform. Here you can see it is similar to the MATLAB program or MATLAB software only. Here home is there, new script, live script, open to file, new to file, new to open folders. You can upload, find files, import data, clear workspace. Everything, whatever I have shown to you in MATLAB, the same thing is appeared here. See, this is our MATLAB software. This window I have opened through the software, and this one is through the online platform. So here I did some experiments to my students. You can see I have written a code here. Now here the code is written. Likewise, whatever we did in our MATLAB software, the same thing I did here. Now in order to run this program, same similar whatever features you are getting in this software. Online supports this all the softwares with limited facility. Means more than 250 MB you cannot upload data, and output hardwares are not supported. Only few limited output softwares are supported. So here let me again create one program and show you the benefits. Like suppose you want to again multiply or two numbers. So x is equal to, let me write 2, simply y is equal to, write simple programs. Let us start with this simple program. Z is equal to 2 plus 3, simple program, and I want to plot this one, plot this z. So which 4-line programs I have written and I want to run this program. So you can either use this one. It will ask again to save the program. So please, since this is a script, you can save by any name, but not functions are to be saved by this by a specific name. So let me save this one by experiment number 1. Now it is already saved. Here you can see. Now it is already saved. Where is that program? This one. That program is saved, and here it is the output. It is very slow, that's why it is not running. So this is the output you can see here. So since the data was very small, that's why at output you are not getting nothing. Let me change this one to more data 3 4 5, and here also let me write something to 1 3 5 simple steps. Because now here my z is x plus y plus z, x plus y. Now this is my output. So let me run this program. So two three things I would like to conclude. First one is that whenever you are writing program, please use editor, not command window to write your programs, because in editor you can write even lengthy programs. And once you have written your program, try to run your program by step-wise step. I mean to say that first run this command, select the command, run in the command window. Then you can see what this particular statement is doing. See, I have selected this one and executed that particular. So what that statement is doing? So here this statement is actually assigning a value to variable x. See 2, 3, 4. Similarly, execute the second program, second line of the program. Let us see what it is doing. So if you run like this one, you can get the idea how individual programs are running. For example, now I want to see the Z, what Z is doing. So simply I will write here I will add Z. Now here it is giving me the result. Now suppose I have taken some code from internet and I want to run. So I have written that or pasted that code in a editor window, and I am running that code, and unfortunately I am getting error. So let me run this program. This 4-line program I have downloaded from internet, and now I want to run. So definitely I will be getting error, unrecognized function or variable p. So here you are directly getting error in line number 3. So if you run stepwise step programs, it means these two programs are correctly written, and that's why you are not getting error. So error is in program number or line number 3. It means you have to only focus over line number 3. So if you run my statements sequentially instead of running the whole program or entire program at one time, if you run the small fragments of the program, then you can easily identify the line where there is some error. But if you run the complete program, then it will be, you can also identify that in that case, but it will be difficult to identify the errors in that particular program. So my suggestion is that run a small portions of MATLAB program, write small programs, don't go for lengthy programs, and if you are compatible with writing a small program, then you can go for lengthy programs. Almost all programs or it's slight deviations are available on the internet. You can go for that one also. And one more thing I would like to add here is that sometimes these windows you are not able to see. So in that case, you can go for a window which is available in this home edition. You can go for layout. You can change the layout also here. From here, you can change the layout. Layout means this structure. You can go for command history also. Sometimes you can go for a view to see the line numbers expand, collapse, all these things also. File version you can see, I'm not going into the detail of this one. Publish you can of course use to publish your content or programs. Editor is basically for writing your programs and running your programs. Be careful while saving the functions. Apps are the toolboxes which are already available, and if it is not available, you can separately install a particular app also. Lots is to see the types of output available, and this is the home. So almost all features which are present in your software are also available in online MATLAB platform. So those who cannot afford that heavy or costly software, or their system is not advanced software to support MATLAB or to install MATLAB, they can learn MATLAB through this online facility. So that's all from my side. Yes, that's all from my side. So if you have any suggestion or any query, you are now free to ask.
Okay, thank you, sir. Is there any questions? If you have any questions, please share in chat box. Okay, thank you. Now, Jayanti, our director of the ECLO Group of Technologies and director of the KSRM College, director of the KSRM College and principal of the KSRM College, and HOD also joined in the meeting. Welcome to all the honorable madam and sirs. This session is handed to our director, ECLO Group of Technologies. Please take this session, sir.
Good morning, you all. The wonderful session given by Dr. Om Prakash Yadav ji.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations, sir. You are giving a wonderful session.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations to all the participants. Your 3-day FDP program successfully completed. Now, time for giving the vote of thanks. Before going to go for a vote of thanks, anyone give suggestions, we can suggest. Anyone wants to speak or suggestions, or you can give the suggestions or feedback, anything about this 3 days program, FDP.
Hello, sir. Am I audible to you?
Audible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, my sincere request to you is that the time allotted for this particular session is 1 hour, and lots of things are to be covered. So
Okay.
in future, my request is that if you are conducting specifically webinars related to softwares, so please extend the time duration to 2 hours or something like
Okay,
that.
so next time we will plan for conducting the program as per your suggestions, minimum 2 hours, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for your cooperation, sir. Yeah.
Next, now the
Sir,
am I audible?
Yes, madam. Please.
Sir, we request you that all our EC participants and faculty are participating. So, digital signal processing programs, if you extend this workshop, you just go through digital signal processing program such that it would be very useful, sir.
Okay, madam. We will plan, madam. We are thinking on that now, especially digital signal processing and microcontrollers related workshop on
Okay.
FDP. Now we will plan, madam. Soon we will inform you also.
We request a 1 week FDP such that so many things will be covered.
Yes, ma'am. But no, how many participants will no come forward? We don't know, madam. 1 week program may be somewhat difficult for us. No, 3 days or 4 days. No, some participants will
Okay.
come. And, yeah.
Oh,
Based
okay.
upon, we will inform you, ma'am, the title of the
Okay.
FDP. Based upon the participants' request, we will do 1 week also. There is no issue
Okay.
for us.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Any suggestions, please? Yeah, please. Any suggestions or queries? If you have any queries or doubts or suggestions, I will go for vote of thanks. Before going for vote of thanks, now I want to say one thing. Today, Eklavya group of institutions CEO's birthday. I just warmly I am wishing the Suresh many more happy returns of the day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, I am going for giving the vote of thanks. Today's Honorable Chief Guest Director, Sri Professor A. Mohan Garu, KSRM College of Engineering, Kadapa. Respected HOD Srimati Dr. G. Hemalata Garu, KSRM College of Engineering Coordinator, Dr. S. Jahiruddin, KSRM College of Engineering, invited Chief Guest, teaching staff, students, and my dear resource persons. S. Lokesh Sir, Chief Technical Officer of Eklavya Group of Technologies, and Dr. Om Prakash Yadavji. Good morning to you all. Maybe cross the 12 o'clock. Like good afternoon to you all, one and all. First of all, I would like to thank the principal, Dr. VSS Murthy Garu of KSRM College of Engineering College, Kadapa. You gave me a wonderful opportunity to organizing 3 days FDP program, sir. And it is a matter of honor for me and Eklavya Group of Technologies as well as. On behalf of the entire Eklavya Group of Technologies, I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to today's Honorable Chief Guest and resource persons S. Lokeshji and Om Prakash Yadavji. Because of online FDP program, maybe it's not possible without your presence and inspiring the words. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Also, I want to express my heartful gratitude to all the participants. And I would like to thank all the respected representatives who have blessed us with their presence in this program. I would like to thank the organizing team, teaching staff members of KSRM College of Engineering. Especially thanks to the students committee and the supporting staff for the complete preparation of this 3-day online program. In the short time, we have made the best arrangements for this program. Thank you wholeheartedly. Your participation and suggestions obviously welcome. Always help us also. I once again thank the principal and HODs and organizing staff, resource persons, respected representatives and officials of participating colleges. Thanks again for making this program a success. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Any questions or any query? Okay. Thank you, Anand. Uh, feedback and certification before or 8 to 20. Thank you. Okay. Bye. Now, session is completed. Please leave it. Thank you.